blossoms bloom on a thorny bush. Oh, blossoms bloom on a thorny bush. I'll be back in old Dublin there. Oh, blossoms bloom on a thorny bush.
Help me, please! Help me, mister! You can't leave me like this! Please, cut me down!
You make a habit of hanging around?
Please, get me down!
Easy, boy. I'll have you down in 2 shakes. The snake's tail.
Well, thank you for your charity, neighbor. Now, you just have a care lest you drop that boy on his head.
Just as soon get down to there quick. Get a little dizzy.
Don't mention it. You're some puny, but you're man-sized bait.
Well, as a good book says, suffer ye little children to come unto me. I just twisted back and forth a little.
Look at them packs. They're so nice and full. Them animals are just about ready to keel over and belly up.
Oh, we can't let that happen, can we?
Be downright inhuman.
Matthew, you did real well. Now, I want you to keep a bead on our good Samaritan here, while Sarah and me hog time. But if he makes one move out of the way...
I know. Shoot him.
Good boy.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippin'est, roaring'est, fightin'est man the frontier ever knew. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come a truer. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come a truer was he.
Bubble, boil, and pop. Little old pot. You're off to a bad start in life, Yunker. Thieving, cheating, and the like.
Mister, you're making a terrible mistake. I just look like whoever it was that stole from you.
Huh?
Yes, indeed. You sure do look just like him. But you ain't going to look near the same time we daub you real good with pitch and give you a coat of feathers. In tight, boy. In tight.
Evening. Mind if I join the festivities? I gotta say one thing for you. You sure have a knack for keeping busy.
Howdy.
He a friend of yours, is he?
Not so as you'd notice. Him and a couple of others played a kind of a slippery on me back up the trace a ways.
Well, guess you will feel like joining in with us. Grab yourself a tar brush there and pitch in.
Kind of slippery, ain't he?
I reckon the two you mentioned was an older man and a girl.
Them's the two.
Same bunch that flim-flammed us out all our supplies about a month back.
Just plumb luck we ran into him out here in the wilderness. Looks like he was heading up the trace.
You, figuring on joining up with the other two in Salem, were you, son?
What other two? You men have got me mixed up with somebody else, I tell ya.
Keeps on trying, don't he? Well, you can't fault him for lack of grit, that's for certain.
He seems a mite young for feathers and tar, don't he?
The younger they are, the better it sticks. Man gets a couple of years of trail grease on his hide, and the blame pitch peels right off in a month or two.
Bring him on over to the pot, friend. The sooner we get started, the sooner we can get on our way.
They put the pitch on hot like that?
Yeah, it hurts some, all right. There's worse things they could do to you, like 20 lashes with a bullwhip or a hot iron branding you as a thief. But the way you're going, I reckon you'll get a taste of all those things before you get yourself hung.
Well, like you said, the sooner it's done, the sooner we'll be on our way.
Killed us a couple of fat heath hens for supper. Feathers will do just fine after we got him tarred up good.
Well, you ain't hardly got enough, have you?
Huh? Looks like plenty to me.
I guess it depends on what you're going to do with them.
This way. Hey, boy.
I don't know why you done it, mister.
Name's Boone. Daniel Boone. Never did get used to that word, mister.
Daniel Boone. Nobody ain't heard of you. Well, I sure do want to thank you. Hey, what are you doing to me? Hey, let me go! Let me go!
And I wouldn't do too much wiggling around if I were you, boy. That belt could slip.
And I thought you aimed to help me.
I sure do. I put you right back where you were when I first met you. Hanging from a limb like a possum.
You wouldn't go off and leave me like this, would you?
Well, it's up to you. If you'd like to take me to where those other two have gone with my pack mules and furs.
No, sir. I don't care what you do to me.
Well, give my regards to the possums.
No, wait. They cast your belongings, animals and all, about a mile at the trace from where we left you. They was going to lay low while I went to Salem, see if I could find somebody to buy them off us.
Sounds reasonable. Hope it's true.
It is.
Well, we'll have a look-see. If it's not the truth, remember there are a lot of trees as big as this one down by the trace. As soon as the world levels out for you, we'll start. Matthew. Isn't that what the old man called you, Matthew?
Yeah. Once you get your things back, what are you going to do with me?
Take you on to Salem, turn you over to the magistrate.
About Ben and Sarah.
The old man and the girl.
It wasn't their idea, all this. Take me in if you want, but let them be. Please?
They your kin, boy?
Almost. I'm ready to start now. You can't leave her like that.
Oh, someone help! I can't hold on much longer.
Like I helped you?
But Sarah, she's different.
An idea she'll keep. Let's go. Matthew, you so much as blink, you're going to find yourself upside down again. Plain?
Plain.
Help, someone!
waiting for somebody?
Oh, no.
That rifle of mine. I want to hand it back wrong end first, if you don't mind.
Better do like he says. It's Daniel Boone.
I could always pick 'em.
Help me! Someone, please help me!
You want to tell her? You want me to?
Sarah, the curtain has just went down.
What do you mean? He means the wrong one's holding the rifle.
Matthew,
Over there. Both of you.
we wasn't expecting to see you until tomorrow.
Salem was further off than we figured on.
Yeah, so I see.
You told me you and Sarah was going to sit snug until I got back.
We got restless doing nothing.
Well, why'd you pick out him?
We couldn't see you that far away.
It was a good act, Sarah. You're almost as good an actor as Matthew, and he's pretty good.
Well, thank you, sir. It's kind of you to say so.
Must come from a lot of practice.
Now, Mr. Boone, we don't want you to think that this is a regular habit of ours. Matter of fact, we came on a long run of bad luck recently, and we didn't know what else to do. It was either starve or...
Steal?
Right.
Nothing like that to break a run of bad luck.
Amen and hallelujah, neighbor. Of course. It was merely temporary.
He won't believe you, then.
Well, now look, Mr. Boone. You've got your rifle back. We're giving you your pack animals and your supplies and your furs. So, we're all even. Why not call it quits?
And leave you to practice your trade on the next pack train up the trace? I don't think so.
Well, then, what did you have in mind for us?
I'll think of something. On a thorny bush, oh, blossoms bloom on a thorny bush, and roses are fair. I'll be back to old Dublin there. Blossoms bloom on a thorny bush. Blossoms bloom on a thorny bush. And as sure as roses are fair.
Do you have to do that? It's downright inhuman for a body to enjoy another person's misery.
Well, look at it this way, Ben. A little exercise gives a man a whole new outlook on life.
Outlook, huh?
Well, you might as well enjoy the outdoors as long as you can. Might be some confining for you all once we get to Salem.
First time I ever heard of a person working his way into jail.
Be careful with that pack, Sarah.
You don't like the way I carry it? Why don't you take over?
Well, I wouldn't want to do that. I'll just tell the magistrate how you willfully destroyed other folks' property. Ought to get you a little extra time. Well, there's nothing like being out on the trail all day to work up an appetite. That clearing up ahead, we'll make camp there tonight.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Lordy, I never knew I had so many muscles that could all ache at the same time.
I'll help you rub out some of the kinks before you turn in, Paul.
I'm obliged for the kindness, gal, but comes morning, I'll just have to take up that mountain that Mr. Boone calls a pack, and it'll be worse than ever. Man, my years. Might be the end of me. You got an ornery streak, Mr. Boone. You enjoy seeing a body suffer?
What kind of streak do you have? Stealing from honest folk.
We never hurt anybody. Never actual did a soul harm.
And those we take from can afford it. Never leave anybody bad off.
That makes it all right.
Well, law-wise, no. But man-wise, that's a different thing.
How?
Well, you see, man each has a different way to go to get what he wants. Now, some, they use their hands and their backs to work with, while others, no. They put others' hands and backs to work, you see?
Well, that's one way.
It's the only way.
Until you get caught.
Well, yeah. That does happen. But you see, with our way, if a man just stays alert, if he waits for that one big chance and then he grabs it and holds it, he can just lay back and count rainbows and moonbeams for the rest of his days.
And that's what you're doing. Waiting for that one big chance.
Ben's right. One day, it'll come our way. It's gotta.
Not behind iron bars, it won't. Tell me, old man, how many years have you waited already? I'm turning in. Don't get any notions. Remember, I sleep light, and old Ticklicker don't sleep at all.
What do you think, Ben?
Well, if he is a light sleeper, he's more than the three of us can manage.
Do you think we should wait for a better time?
Now, I think we ought to wait until we can make a better time. Don't fret about me, Sarah. These old bones got a long way to go before they wear out. Night.
Night, Ben. Night, Sarah. Sleep easy, Matthew.
You too, Pa.
Tell me, old man, how many years have you waited already?
A lifetime of them.
All right, whoa. Let's take a little breather. This consideration, really, Mr. Boone. Consideration. Letting that boy ride that mule instead of having the mule ride the boy.
Well, I never could sit in one place too long. Always made me restless.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I've had it ever since before I took my first step. You know, I can only carry a pack as heavy as this for just so long before I stiffen up like dried jerky.
An old he-bear like you can work me into the ground and howl at the moon all night.
Mr. Boone. Look.
Chippewas. Looks like a hunting party. Sarah, head up there for those rocks. Matthew, you go along with her. Ben, you take the mules up after. Out of you, Ben. Listen now, let's go. The mule pulled it.
closer than that.
Picked up our sign and get a lot closer. Better get up there behind those trees.
You were great. I got to admit it. You were great. You were fast. You were quick. Like me when I was younger. I was fast. Oh. What for did you have to go and do that?
That's for trying to steal my mules again and trying to go off and leave that boy and Sarah.
Me steal? I was trying to make sure your pack was good and safe.
Good and safe. That's what you wanted for the boy and Sarah.
Well, I planned on coming back for them. Always have, always will.
Well, right now you're going to get my mules back.
Not me.
And you're going to get them back with your teeth if necessary.
Now, mister, I've only pushed just so far. Nobody pushes Ben Hanks any further. Nobody.
Try me.
You'd think you were running a foot race to get into jail.
The way things have been going, I figure the sooner we get there, the sooner we'll do our time and get out.
Oh, now that kind of talk is just like we're licked before we started. Anytime old Ben Hanks is took before he's taken, I'll be 6 feet under and 6 months of moldering.
Whatever you come up with, he'll top it.
Have I ever failed you and Sarah yet?
Nope. There's always that first time.
Cool off your throat a bit, Matthew.
Thanks, Sarah.
Don't let up one little bit, does he?
So far, he ain't.
He'll let up when we're locked up in Salem.
I don't hanker to spend one day behind bars. Not one day.
Don't seem to matter what we hanker for. Not unless something changes his mind.
Maybe I can change it. Thought you might like to have a drink.
Thoughtful of you. Just put it down there. I can manage. What were you going to do after you threw it at me?
And if I'd figured that far ahead. What's it like being in jail?
Don't you know? It's kind of close.
How do they treat you?
They work you, feed you. If you behave yourself, they let you out when your time's up.
You don't make it sound one speck cheerful like, do you?
Sarah, prisons weren't built to be cheerful like.
Ain't there something we could do? I mean, do you have to take us in?
Ben! Are you out of your mind? A light like that's an open invitation for that Chippewa hunting party to come back. Or maybe there's somebody else out there that you want to see.
Oh, now, boy, you got a real suspect in mind. It was just an accident. I didn't mean for it to happen.
Your whole life seems to be one great big mistake. Now get back to work.
Was that a signal fire, Ben?
Well, we'll just wait and see, shall we? Matthew, you take Mr. Boone a plate of beans. Be good for him.
Guess I ought to enjoy seeing you worry. But I don't.
Well, if we get the kind of trouble I'm looking for. You'll find it worth worrying about for all of us.
Injuns, maybe?
Maybe. Maybe worse.
Worse than Injuns?
And there are others along the trace not so gentle-natured as your folks claim to be. Ones I'm thinking about don't care one bit how they leave you. Your belly stuffed full of stones sunk in the river.
What kind of men would do something like that?
Kind you're setting out to be.
Oh, no. Not me. I told you. Ben's way is my way. Take what you can get. Just so you don't hurt nobody.
Well, supposing somebody don't want you to take from them. What if you have to hurt them to take it?
Well, it ain't happened yet. But when it does, I'll back away.
You said Ben and Sarah were almost your kin. What does almost mean, Matthew?
Well, Ben found me in a tavern slopping out pots when I was 10.
Found you?
That's right. Orphan house in Plymouth got too much for me. So, I run off. I always figured they was glad to get shut of me. And I got by somehow until Ben took me under his wing. He rattled the back teeth of some settler who was cuffing me around for spilling ale on him. And when Ben left the tavern, I just sort of tagged along. Been doing it ever since.
And you do whatever he wants you to do.
He ain't had to twist my arm to make me do it.
And Sarah? I guess she feels the same way about it.
Oh, he's her pa. Can't do no wrong in her eyes.
That's the way it should be, most of the time. This time I'm not so sure. Pretty girl. Makes some man a good wife.
Sarah? A wife?
Well, as long as you've known her, Matthew, you've been like a brother to her. And a brother's usually the last one to realize that he's got a sister that's very fetching.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Sarah getting married off. No, that just wouldn't seem natural somehow.
It's not likely to happen. What with the life her pa's cut out for. You don't meet many eligible young men dodging through the bush or sitting in jail.
He don't seem to mind.
Doesn't seem to. Maybe she just doesn't show it for his sake. How about is it? Let me see. Put it down, sir. If Paul gets this.
It's a money belt. It's gold. We had him hogtied and helpless, and we didn't search him for a money belt.
All right, you've seen it. Put it back and hand it to me.
This don't make sense. Taking gold to Salem, what would the furs and the store goods and all that, it don't make sense.
That's right, Ben. The gold was the real reason for the trip. Belongs to every settler in Boonesboro. A year's payment on the land they hold. That just isn't money you're holding. That's ground, cabins, crops, and livestock. Everything in this world of people as close to me as you three are to each other. And figure this. If you're going to take it from me, you're going to have to kill me. the only way. Hurry along, Ben. I want a thief from this place. I know.
Ben! Listen. The birds have stopped.
Hush, girl, hush.
There's something out there, Ben. Maybe them Indians.
Maybe our salvation, boy. Maybe our salvation.
He's gone.
Let's make a run for it.
What, with that fortune and gold around his middle, I should say not.
Ben, you heard what he told us, what we'd have to do.
Ah, that was just scared talk. Look, will the two of you just simmer down and let me run things again?
Pa.
What do you think?
Well, they look to be alone. They ain't got no weapons.
Anybody who build a fire like they did ought to be easy. Easy pickings.
Maybe. But we'll play it slow.
They're dirty looking. Mean and dirty looking. You know 'em, Ben?
Yeah, sure. Oh, it's our salvation, boy. Hey, Sam! Tully! It's Ben Hanks!
Sounds like he knows you.
Ben Hanks. Yeah, sure, Ben Hanks. We used to work the river together about 10 years ago. Ben? You old river rat? Been lots of years.
Ha ha! It sure has! Oh, it's all right. They're friends of mine.
I don't like the looks of your friends. Not one bit.
Well, it makes no never mind what you think of them. They're gonna help us. That's what counts.
There's still Mr. Boone to worry about.
Mr. Boone is less of a worry now.
Ben, you're kind of getting careless in your old age. We spotted your fire a long ways off.
Only because he wanted you to. Keep quiet and drop your rifles.
You still think he's less a worry?
Come on out, friend. We intend no harm. Ben Hill'll tell you that.
I'm telling you to drop your rifles. I won't ask you again.
If we don't, we can't get the three of us before we get to you.
I'll give you 5 seconds to find out who doesn't get to me. 1, 2. And the knives. Pick 'em up, Matthew. Throw 'em as far as you can. And the rifles. Bring 'em around here and smash 'em on the rocks.
Hold on, boy. We ain't done you no harm. We're trappers is all. And them rifles cost us a heap of money. You got no call to go busting them up on us.
I don't know who you are or what you are. If I'm wrong, you come to Boonesboro and I'll apologize. And I'll pay you for 'em. Go ahead, Matthew. Go back across the trace or on up to Salem. Either way, I'll be easy to find. Hold it. Easy, Sarah. Don't try to move.
Sorry.
Oh, Sarah, you were fine. Good girl. Go ahead. It's gone. It's gone.
I told you he'd stay one ahead of you.
That's sneaky. That's Dirty sneaky. He must have hit it before he jumped you.
Hit out what?
Cat got your tongue, old man?
You walked us into this, Ben. We figure you owe us. Now, what's this all about?
Look, Sam. Now, you and me, we've always been able to work things out, haven't we?
Ben?
All right, now, the deal, Sam, the deal. Same as always, huh?
Sure, Ben. Right down the middle.
Right down the middle. That's it, Sam. Now listen.
He had a money belt on him.
A big one. I seen it. He must have hit it somewhere around in here, you see?
All right, Ben, we'll help you find it. Hold me, boys.
Hey, Sarah. Come on. Make camp. We're going to be around here for a while.
You don't find the money, then what?
And our friend here will tell us where he hid it. One way or another, he'll tell us.
Matthew's fetching water. Pa and their mothers are out looking for your money belt.
In the dark.
Pa don't give up easy. Not where hard money's concerned. Best stay quiet. You told me if you were to try anything, I was to shoot you. I don't want to do that, Mr. Boone, but...
Well, I just soon put that off for a while myself. You wouldn't be worrying about my hide all of a sudden, would you?
Just don't want those big hulks to bash you around. Figure by nightfall it'd be too dark for them to find your money. Maybe by morning you'll see there's no use you're holding out.
You're just putting off what's bound to happen anyway. I guess I ought to thank you for it.
About that fall. I'm not proud of it. But I had to. I wish you could understand that.
Oh, I understand, all right. And when you understand everything you've done, I hope you can live with it.
Any luck?
Must have looked under every rock and bush within a quarter of a mile of here. Ben, it just don't seem reasonable he could have hit it that good. Little time you say he was out of sight.
Well, but you'll see sooner or later that fat little rainbow will pop right up out of the ground. You'll see.
I got a better idea. I say we talk Mr. Boone there into showing us the way. Might be a few little Choctaw tricks with a firebrand will start the ball rolling.
Oh, you can't do that.
You can't? Who's to say I can't?
Oh, now, wait a minute. Simmer down. The boy didn't mean anything. You know the mule works much better at the front of the wagon than from behind. Tomorrow's plenty of time to talk to Mr. Boone. And then, besides, he'll have all night to think it over, huh?
What do you think, Sam?
Well, patience never hurt nobody.
Shoot.
Done all the looking we can till sunup. Besides, I'm sure hungry.
Yeah. Come on, Sarah. Serve it up.
Thanks. It's likely to be chilly tonight. Nice to have friends, I gotta admit. Maybe a little late, but it's nice. So go on, get on with the rest of it.
Rest of what?
One thing. Don't think telling me you're sorry and all is going to ease your conscience, because it won't. Not after you see what they're going to do to me sooner or later.
Don't say that. Don't talk about it anymore. I am sorry. Sorrier than you know.
Well, that's fine, boy. But sorry won't get these ropes off of me.
No. I can't do that. I can't go against them.
So you're just going to sit back and watch. After all you said before about not wanting to hurt anybody.
Listen, they won't hurt you. Ben won't let them.
Where do you think he can stop them?
Please, Mr. Boone, tell them where you hid the money.
I told you, Matthew. Killing me is the only way they're going to get it. And now that the money's hid out, they're not going to get it at all. And they're not smart enough to think ahead. So they're going to wind up killing me. Unless you do something about it.
You awake?
Well, with you flipping and flopping like a beached salmon ever since you rolled in, what do you expect?
Pa, why don't we let him go?
Let who? Boone?
If we let him go, and he'll have to make a run for it. Then he can't take us to jail in Salem. We'll be able to go wherever we want to go.
Where's wherever? Back where we started? Back where we started with no money, no chance of getting anything but older? No. I ain't got that many years left, gal. This is the one big chance I always dreamed of. I can't just throw it aside.
But they're going to do terrible things to him, Paul. You heard what they said.
That's just scared talk. How many times I have to tell you that? Besides, Boone heard that talk. He's got all night to think about it. Believe me. In the morning, he'll talk like a jaybird. I'll bet my life on it.
But it ain't your life you're betting on, Pa.
Almost gave up on you.
Don't talk. That's an awful tight one.
What you need is a knife, boy. Too bad Mr. Boone had you throw them all away. Sam, Tully. Over by the fire. You too.
Hey, what is this? What's going on here? Boone trying to get away?
That's right. With the kid giving him all kinds of help.
Well, that about ties it, Ben. You can't even manage your own camp.
No, just what's that supposed to mean?
It means as of now, this is our camp. Telly, Dink, and me, and we run it our way.
Oh, no, we had a deal.
So I was lying.
We had a deal. You had nothing, old man, and that means you ain't going to get nothing. Now, you hear what's going on? That you're doing just as sure as you're standing there after all I've done for you.
Matthew hadn't tried to help him, I would have.
You too, Sarah. The both of you turning on me in one night? What's this world coming to anyway? When you can't trust the two people you give your whole life for, huh?
You got a big mouth.
Well, now, that's better. That's better. It's almost worth taking a clip in the side of the head from a rifle to know that you two yonkers remember how to fight like I learned you.
Pa, great big old bumble-headed he-bear.
Like cities. Makes me feel like a bug under glass with no place to hide. I still say we should cut and run while Boone is inside. He'll never catch us once we get a start on him.
I'm awful tired, Ben. It's all the same, I'd just as soon not.
Too late.
All right. You can lock us up anytime you're ready.
Well, I might be ready, Ben, but the magistrate sees it another way. He says our business is all finished here. Got the receipts for the land payments, Boonesboro settlements, bounty money from Dink Farrar and the Sharp brothers, one deceased.
Bounty money? And you're giving it to us?
And we don't have to go to jail?
Not unless I find you're working the trace again, but if I do.
Don't you worry, Mr. Boone. We're staying right here in Salem. I like feeling like a bug under glass. Well, bet there's enough here that we could start some kind of a trade.
Yeah, trade. Trade? You mean work?
Maybe you're right, Pa. Maybe it should be a dowry.
Dowry? You mean giving away kind of dowry?
What other kind is there, Pa?
Guess she was right about Sarah. About me. About most everything.
Well, Matthew, some folks' lives just need a little kick in the seat of the pants to straighten them out.
What's this Boonesboro you talk about? Much of a place, is it?
Well, it's got its points. Curious?
I figure Ben's got his one big chance now. Settle down here and make a living for himself. Sarah, too. But they don't need me to take care of him anymore.
Well, what about you?
Oh, I ain't ready to set down roots yet.
Well, I know what you mean. I know the feeling well. You kind of got a itch in the seat of your sitting pocket.
So, if I ever do pass through this Boonesboro, all right if I look you up?
Matthew, if I ever hear of you passing within 50 miles of Boonesboro without looking me up, I'll...
I know. I'll be upside down some tree again. See you in Boonesboro, maybe.
Hope so, Matthew. Hope so.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. From the goonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripplingest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. What a Boone, what a doer, what a dream come a truer, what a Boone, what a doer, what a dream come a truer, what a he.